viewership wasn't there. There was no longevity. The word of mouth just didn't care. Because, like, with One Piece, it opened okay. Like, it wasn't a huge opening. But the reason it got renewed for a second season is because people kept watching and watching and watching.
All
And
right.
the word of mouth.
I have something I'm conflicted about right now. Because I've been I've made a drastic change with my channel, and I want to talk about. I don't want to be nasty to other YouTubers anymore. I don't, but I still kind of want to comment on other YouTubers'
Oh no,
videos. No, not. It's nothing bad, but I'm afraid to bring this up too because Joe, I think, is going to go off because he also was doing a tic-tac-toe on this guy's face, which was not cool the other day, Joe.
Oh no, I didn't win. I didn't win.
No. This is about who I think it is.
Maybe I won't play the video, but let's just look at the thumbnail because I got a notification on my.
No, play the video. If you want to play the video, play it. I don't mind.
You know this guy, Max. You're familiar with this guy.
I just wanted to. Is going along with the way the world is right now in politics. I want to try to be understanding of other points of view. People do think differently, and I have nothing against this man. I have nothing against him. But I do watch his videos for shits and giggles though sometimes. But Lois Lane Legacy, Take a Seat Superman. Are they implying that it's a bait and switch and it's Lois's story?
Well, okay, so can I give some context?
Let's not be mean. Yeah.
No, okay. I'm being honest, right?
Yeah.
This is Aaron Fisher, right? And he's very much a pro Zack Snyder YouTube channel.
Yes, I know, yeah.
And like he doesn't like James Gunn, he doesn't like the DCU, doesn't like DC is what they're doing. Totally okay with that. But some stuff came to light on Twitter recently.
Okay.
About this guy. Okay.
No, I don't want to go into that part, RJ, at all.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying.
I'm curious what this is because I haven't heard.
No, I don't want to go. No, Joe. I'm not going to censor you guys off the stream.
Put it in private. I want to know.
No, I'm not going to. I'm not going to censor you what you say off stream. It's just I don't want to spread rumors. I don't
like on Twitter. At least he's got some spicy political takes.
Yeah, probably. I could probably see that. Yes. He very seems to lean anti-SJW, so I wouldn't be surprised. Yes. I just want to comment on the actual topic of the video. Is that what he's implying? It's a bait and switch and it's Lois' story.
Well, yeah, and that's the other thing I was gonna. So he brought, if I remember correctly, you could play the video to make sure, but I guess
we'll just play like a minute.
Yeah, he brought up like a Facebook post that supposedly gave a quote from Isabella Merced about the failure of Madame Web. And, like, I guess he thought that quote was genuine because that quote brought up that the movie is about Lois Lane. It's not about Superman. And he thought that was true.
There is some context here. Just to give everyone context, I'm not hating on this man. I'm not. But when the rumors were, when the memes were going on that James Gunn was going to hire, what's the corn spoofer? And he was gonna, no.
You're talking about
that he was actually going to hire corn actors and actresses
which was not true.
He ran with the rumor and said, still it's a rumor, but I can't believe anyone would actually think that's plausible.
Well, people thought that was legit. Like people.
So he ran. That's some context just to I'm like,
here's the one thing I will say about this guy. The one thing I will say about this guy is he's disingenuous, and the reason I say that is because he's a Snyder fan.
Okay, well let's not. I'm going to stop you, Joe.
Well, no, you don't even know where I'm going with this. He's a Snyder fan. Okay,
this is why I was.
Now we all know that the Batman v Superman director's cut was rated R. I believe Zack Snyder's Justice League was rated R because Batman drops an F-bomb in it, right? But when it came out, they said Creature Commandos was going to be a hard R. He went on a rant going, "How dare they make this hard R? We can't share this with our families." And I'm like, you, sir, are disingenuous because you can't tell me you're a Snyder fan and you're okay with Batman dropping F-bombs and giving the Joker a reach around. But Creature Commando being hard R that's a line too far. Come on.
Lacking consistency there.
I would actually agree. I found that a little weird as well because his complaint was that it feels like the DCU has no consistent tone, doesn't appeal to anybody.
When we do reactions to other YouTubers, I want to be nicer, and it's no shame on you guys. It's just the way I want to do it now because I do want to cover other topics too. I was kind of thinking about doing not like I used to do too many reactions, but I want to hear this. because this goes back to the whole anti-SJW narrative that it's a bait and switch. It's actually Lois's story. So I wanted to see if he had any substantive rumors that it's leading down this lane.
Video. Yeah, go ahead.
But I think Lois has been short-served in a lot of recent movies, Superman projects, including Superman Returns.
Yeah,
that's one of the downsides of Zack Snyder's version as well. Amy Adams is a great Lois, but I don't think she got a lot to do. She got some to do.
I think the most prominent Lois we've had is the original Richard Donner movies, and probably what's the name of the Dean Cain show? I forget.
He's got a good setup.
I think Erica Durance is an amazing Lois too.
Yes.
Smallville's got problems, but she was really good.
Let's react to Aaron. No shade to you, Aaron. I kind of think you believe like almost anything though, if a rumor on the internet. which once I saw you run in with that.
I'll give him this though, real quick before we play the video. I'll give him this. He gets views. I mean,
he does. He does.
A lot of the Snyder community really likes his videos.
No, I know this.
So yes, I'm not complaining.
He's doing better than I am.
I'm saying he gets views. I mean, his channel's popping.
All right, so let's see where he's getting this from.
I am back with a brand new.
And I do like what he says. DC update. I kind of wanted to steal that, but I can't. I can't steal that. I'm back with another DC update.
You can do that. You can steal it.
DC update. And today's update is very interesting. You know, everything is based off of perception.
Okay.
And the perception by the general public is that Superman Legacy is just not going to do very well. Now, there's a small...
No, I don't think that's accurate.
That's the perception. Sure.
I think that Warner Brothers might be expecting better than it could do, maybe.
Well, this is a genuine question to ask, though, real quick. Is the general audience, like the normies, even aware that this movie exists yet?
Well, it is called Superman Legacy. I do not see.
No, but you get my point, though. Like the
average Joe Public, Joe Public won't know this movie exists until they see the trailer.
Do you also think that Superman Legacy, that title, is going to stick to release?
Probably.
Yeah, why wouldn't it?
I don't know. I wasn't sure. Okay. But I would like a better Lois Lane with more story, especially with that actress, an award winner. You want there's been great Supermen, but there's no one that's come close to Margot Kidder. Like, as
maybe
Lois.
Terry Hatcher.
I'd say Erica Durance.
But as close as Margot Kidder, she was a character. Okay.
A group of people that have hope and really are praying that this movie does well. And maybe it will, but it probably won't. And there are more things surfing about Superman Legacy that show that this is not really just a Superman.
Just watch this on my TV, but I wanted to do a fresh reaction.
Man film. Everything from the cast to who they're putting out there as the face of Superman Legacy. Because who is the one actress or actor that we have heard from exclusively all over social media? It is Rachel Brosnahan.
Okay.
Now we're going to look at a couple of things here, and I'm going to talk about
is he actually spinning the narrative that that's the reason because she's getting more press?
Well, okay, and again, this is why context...
I don't want to have to watch the whole video.
I know. Just very quickly, this is why context is so important. Number one, she wasn't the only actor interviewed. They also interviewed Anthony Carradine, or whatever his name is, the guy who played Metamorpho. They interviewed him.
Yes.
But the main reason Rachel Brosnahan is the one being interviewed the most is because
she's probably nominated for something.
It's because she's doing the red carpets for the award shows because she's getting nominated for the last season of Mrs. Maisel. That's why.
There you go.
So it's just like that.
But I mean, is this acknowledged? Aaron Fisher, you don't know me from the hole in the wall, whatever. You're doing better on your channel than me. But if you're basing this, I'm not going to watch the whole 11 minutes. But if that's the main point, that is weak sauce, brother. Weak sauce that you're suggesting that it's going to be Lois's story, Lois Lane Legacy, just because she's getting more press at this time. Honestly, too, it's a different thing, too, based on the last few iterations of Superman. I think you really want to focus on this Lois, Rational Skeptic Waiting on that MK1 code, brother. Superman Legacy is releasing the same month as Fantastic Four and Jurassic Park. We'll have to wait and see how that affects its box office.
This is my opinion, really quick. I don't think that Jurassic World movie's making its release date. Supposedly,
I'm so hyped for it now only because Gareth Edwards. I love Gareth Edwards.
No, I agree. I like him. I'm just saying. I think like a production sheet came out.
Did you see the creator?
And they're saying, no, I haven't seen the creator yet. I need to. But the thing is, though, that Jurassic World movie, like a production sheet supposedly came out, and they're saying that movie's not going to be filming until July of this year. There is no way a movie with that much special effects can be filmed in 1 year and come out the next year. It's just
that ain't happening.
There's no way it's sticking.
But it's got one of my favorite directors, Doctor Strange, though. You know.
See, I had the exact opposite reaction.
Well,
when I heard Gareth Edwards, I was disappointed.
Let's give Aaron a few more minutes or a little bit more time to develop this narrative.
Yeah,
it's a bait switch for Lois.
I need to see more.
Actually means. So the first thing I wanted to post or show today is that Action Comics number 1062.
You might have to skip around because he has like little Twitter updates.
I don't know if I would.
Kind of like you do.
Kind of funny.
Oh no! What is he doing here?
Wait, go back by 30 seconds. Hold up.
30 seconds. What is this? Oh my goodness!
Right there.
The stories just really aren't that good.
You like sharing.
Now this photo came across, and I thought this was funny. I think this really does sum up the two sides of the fandom right now, and I'm not.
Come on, Aaron. Come on, Aaron.
Sum it up in what way?
They're saying that Zach is a buff man, and James Gunn is silly.
He likes pink.
You know, I think he is. I think he is kind of commenting on the politics too. Like he's gonna be, you know, woke or something and silly. And
look, he's got Batmite on his shoulder.
I don't like that alone. I don't want Batmite.
Makes it better than the Snyder.
I would not like to see Batmite in real live action. I'm sorry.
Come on. No,
I
think Batmite works better in cartoons personally.
Yeah, you know, but okay.
But I don't know.
It doesn't make sense either because it would be Mixie-Spitalik in a Superman movie.
This is kind of fun reacting to Aaron, but I don't want to go across the line and be mean or anything.
No,
to divide people. I just think it's funny.
It is funny.
We have a true Superman on the left and
a true
wannabe Superman on the right. But
no one's going to be calling Cornsweat a wannabe when they see him in suit. I'm sorry.
The wannabe. Huh? Which one of them has $1 billion movie under his belt?
All right, Joe.
Resist posting this. It was just kind of funny. So here's the crux of today's video.
Here we go.
So Isabella Merced is going to be playing, you know, Hot Girl in Superman Legacy. Okay. And this just boggles my mind. She came out and said this. Blame the fans. Isabella Merced said Madam Web failed for one simple reason. For the same reason the Marvels or Birds of Prey have failed. Because the male audience still hides a deep contempt for everything that is starring strong, independent women. Now, I have a huge...
Okay.
She's going that way. That's not entirely wrong.
Here's the thing, though. She never said that. This is a fake quote. She never said that.
Aaron runs with this all the time.
And this is what I'm saying. Because
he's notorious for this.
This is a post on Facebook that he pulled from his Facebook feed, most likely.
He's kind of a boomer,
and that's not
he
true.
Just believes everything.
There's no source for this.
Right.
She may not have said that, but it is at least a 50% true statement. Like, that's not the only reason it failed, but I mean, that did factor in.
I don't think that men had a deep contempt for a strong independent woman.
Not all men, but a lot.
I don't think even a big majority of them do.
I mean, besides that, though, what I find is just like deplete. Like, I understand, like, you know, you see things and you want to react to them, but I'm just like, this is why I get so scared with like the social media stuff lately. It's just because anybody can post like anything and say that's what somebody said, and it's just like, yep, that's what happened.
Well, I mean, we had it with James Gunn when it came out that he said he hated the Tim Burton movies. Then it came out that was fake too.
Tony Movie Chappie District 9 Neil Blomkamp fan $1.99. Superman Legacy has gone woke. Just give me a break.
Well, and that's the problem too. Aaron, like again, not trying to like.
If anything. James Gunn casting is kind of like old school casting. It's not woke at all.
No, he's casting authentic
Woke
to
is
the
not a
page for the
thing.
most part. He
There's
only
no
race
woke.
bent one character.
Yeah.
That's it. You know.
It's
but-
very white cast.
But no, I was gonna.
I mean, there's
like,
some diversity in there, but
yeah, and just to mention this again, not trying to dabble into drama stuff or make it political or
Yeah.
anything like that. I'm just saying that Aaron, from what I've seen from his YouTube videos and from his Twitter account, he has a problem with what he perceives as these all-female movies that are bashing
well,
on
there,
male.
to be
fans.
fair, that's a lot of the YouTube audience. To be fair, he's not any different than a lot of the audience.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, this is like, I think that's probably why this
Mhm.
post attracted him, because
Mhm.
it's something that he doesn't like already.
Well, honestly, can I be real here about YouTubers in general? YouTubers in general don't necessarily want to fact check because it's easy to run with this and get clicks and views off of the outrage. Oh, she didn't actually say it. Okay.
And there's
No.
not going to be a retraction. You already know.
No.
The video-
So honestly, I also believe that she might say something like that. I'm like, not that she's necessarily wrong or right. They're just like, oh, here we go again. This is not going to make people excited.
Well, that's what I find so interesting about the Madam Web stuff, though. Like, Dakota Johnson's really the only person who's talked about this movie. The other three ladies, they've stayed quiet. They haven't really like addressed anything or like done much outside of going to the premiere.
So maybe this is a new series. Aaron Fisher debunked a DC debunk update. Let's see what else he's.
Problem with this.
So you know for sure this she didn't say this.
I know. Yes, this
You
has
haven't
already
seen the
been
quote
confirmed
anywhere.
Debunked. Yeah,
Okay.
this
All
got debunked.
All right, so and then I want to see, but this is the second part.
The second part
is also
main topic of the video. Yeah,
but it's also, if it's based off this was fake. This may be fake too, right? Okay.
I live in a house full of all females. I have 4 daughters. I have a wife. They're all strong, independent women.
Yes.
No issues with that
Doesn't mean
whatsoever.
anything.
It's how you present them. It's knowing your
That's
audience.
great, Aaron. That doesn't mean anything.
I talked about this in my previous video about who are they creating these projects for. When you have an all-female cast, you're hoping to bring in all of the females. And the fact is, 67 to some 77% of the audience are males.
That's actually facts. The Marvels movie, the bigger audience was the male audience.
Well, with Madam Web as well. I think it was like 63 or 64% male. It's not wrong.
Are you sure I can't say something?
Demographic data sheet.
Are you sure I can't say something mean?
Yes, I'm sure you can. Yes, Joe. I know.
What about if the audience puts a super chat in for me to say something mean? Because I got something mean. I got something on deck. I got one on deck.
No, let's not be mean. No, let's not. You already played tic-tac-toe on his forehead, which is kind of mean.
Oh yeah, but no, this is much meaner.
I don't know what that's about.
I was gonna question the validity of if he actually has daughters.
No, I don't want it any more.
I don't think even if somebody gave $100 super chat, Max would read something mean right now.
No. But I want to get to this part. So this is probably fake.
Audience.
This is probably fake.
It doesn't matter what you want or what you desire. You're not going to make the money. Period.
Not necessarily.
It goes on to say that the actress of Peruvian origin praises James Gunn and says she accepted to be Hot Girl in Superman Legacy when she read the script, where Lois is really...
This is read like someone that's very obsessed with Zack Snyder that wants to trigger people like, oh, it's a bait. This is the constant go-to.
I think it's a Zack Snyder obsessed fan. I just think it's someone who knows the Facebook algorithm, just like a lot of social media algorithms.
Yeah, get attention.
Knows how to get attention.
Post something in those that the narratives that a lot of men on the internet get triggered by. Let's be honest, men get triggered by this. You mean it's a bait and switch and it's really Lois' story? Lots of men get triggered by that.
And I'm just gonna be honest too. Like, again, not trying to disparage older folks.
No, don't say no. That.
Hold on.
I'm blocked.
Let me finish though.
No. I'm not saying you. I'm putting you in a timeout, Joe. See, you can't be like that, Joe. You could be like that on your own channel.
Jeez. No, what I was gonna say though is that when it comes, I think Facebook might be the worst place for like misinformation. Well, I don't know anymore, but I know it's been really bad because there are so many Facebook pages and Instagram pages that will just post stuff with like no source, no clarification, nothing. Those post random, what they believe is a factual information, and people like 20,000 people will like it and post comments about it. It's like, it's not even true. It's just crazy how bad misinformation can spread sometimes.
Hey, Jade. Sorry I didn't get to, hopefully this weekend we'll be able to have an Xbox party or something, play some Xbox. I was just so busy this last weekend. But I want to hear this part.
The protagonist. Superman is the symbol, but she is the ideal brought to action while being a normal woman and real. Okay, if that doesn't raise some red flags, I don't know what will. Now, we're going to have all these people attack me and say, Lois has always been a strong female.
She has been.
The Superman
She
lore. She has saved Superman.
She bossed, Clark Kent around all the time in the old school.
And again, he's getting upset over something that was fake. I mean, hey, it makes her a good YouTube video, I guess, get the views.
Yeah, but Lois has always been the boss of Clark a little bit.
And many times I get that comment over and over again. I know this. I have been reading comics for over 40 years. I understand she's a big part of it. But when she makes the statement, and this isn't the only time this has happened, we had the one actress who was looking at the part but passed or didn't want to audition. I can't remember what the whole situation was, but she said Lois Lane is the one that saved Superman. She says Lois Lane is really
okay. I don't want to listen anymore because I don't want to.
What are you getting Mad Max?
No, because Lois has saved Superman before too. In the comics and in the history of Superman TV shows and stuff. She's helped him so many times. He says he knows, but
I mean, again, maybe, he being fair, maybe he just has a preference for the way he wants Superman stories told, 70 years of history. Maybe he likes this certain take, I mean, I don't know.
All right, well, let's see what Rational says. But that's your DC debunked update. Aaron, you may be wrong on this one. That's not accurate. Find the actual quote. You fell for fake news, brother. It looks like you fell for fake news, and that's not an actual DC update. So the Superman Legacy bait and switch Lois Legacy is fake news. At least for now. It's not Lois Legacy. That's the end of the clip.
Even if it was, they'd still get my money.
I mean, I might, Rachel Brosnahan's amazing, so.
I mean, I've never watched Mrs. Maisel, but she's a handsome woman.
Okay. Rational Skeptic, $5. WBD Board of Directors will ultimately decide the fate of DCU. Superman Legacy needs to make more than Man of Steel.
See, so like I've seen that take float around a lot, and I understand why some people would assume that.